Hi guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel of Lamp Boy. Today I'm doing a video of how to disassemble a flint igniter for a Wolf 7RMBS lamp. Now, just got to change the focus on this on the camera when I'm doing it, so bear with me, but I'll try and get it as clear as possible. Right, there's some little bits in here that can go missing, so when you take one of these apart, just have a tray or something to put the bits in. And then hopefully you won't lose them then, because it can be a nightmare if you lose them. So, how does this work? Well, you turn it round and it sparks. Like that. So, you've got a flint wheel at the top. You've got a spring, like a clock spring. See the tab sticking out there. This part is made up in two, so you've got the bottom part, which is there, and you can just see at the bottom there, there's some grooves cut in it, and that's because that screw there, when you remove that screw inside, there's like a wedge that sticks into the groove, so it makes it go one way, but it won't go the other way. And then this top bit here is a secondary spindle. That's where the flint wheel sits on it. So I'll take them apart now, and we'll go through how you take it apart and put it back together. So I've just taken the key off there. I'll leave that there. Right, so this bottom bit here now, just screw that out. So just be careful with little bits here. So where we are, there's a little grub screw that's coming out. You have a tiny little spring there, and then you've got like a wedge here. See that? If it's focusing in on it there, that's it. Right, check out this screw here, and this screw holds a thing in place that does two jobs, and I'll show you what that is now. Oh, in fact, yeah. So I need to take the flint out of this. But this part here, you can see there. So the top bit engages in that bit there, and it keeps the top spindle with the flint wheel in the same place. Stops it from going up and down. But on the bottom bit here, it engages in this spindle. There's a groove cut in it that goes up and down, and it's like at work like a cam. So that bottom bit sticks in that cam there, and as this bottom spindle is being turned with a key, it's engaged with the flint wheel spindle, and it coils up the spring in it, and then because of the cam, I'll show you in a sec, but because of the cam, then the spindle moves down slightly, and it disengages with the top part and releases the flint wheel, so it sparks. But I'll show you that momentarily. So let's just take out the flint as well. And again, the flint, it's got a little grub screw. And it's got a little spring, and it's got the flint. So we'll start with the top spindle. So when you see this bit here, when it's in the main housing, it's like that. That keeps that spindle fine there. Right, so I'm not going to take off this spring. Let's try and zoom in on that. Just turn my thing here because it's wanting to zoom in on the fuel cell behind. So That's better now. Right, if you ever have to replace a spring, you can see there how it has, you see that little piece of really fiddly this, I've never done this before, but it's a bit of brass there, right, so your spring needs to be 90 degrees to it. You can see how the spring comes round there. When you're replacing a spring, just be very careful that if you haven't got it in right and you turn the key, it might over tighten the spring and snap it, so you just got to be gentle with it when you're doing it, but you'll get hang of it when you've done it. So that's a flint wheel there, and the spring, and the nut holds it in place. Right, let's move on to this bit here now. So I've taken the bottom spindle out. So as you can see there, this wedge thing here, when it's put back in place, just trying to get that to focus there, right, it goes in like that. So you can see the curved back of this wedge, it goes against this curved groove that's cut out on this spindle, so that it can go that way, but then it locks into place so it won't turn back the other way. And then let's find this again. So where are we now? So can you see, you see that's like a cam there that goes up and down. So this bottom bit fixes in there, look. And as you're turning it, the top bit is keeping the flint wheel staying at the same level, or so it don't move up and down. But this little spindle that I've got in my right hand here is going up and down just a fraction. And that bit there on the top of the spindle engages with this brass bit there, look. So it winds it up so much and then it drops down, poof, and releases it in sparks. So that's basically how that works. So let's try and put this back together. So I start off with taking this, and we'll just put this spindle back in. So there we are. So back in this bottom bit, we need this wedge. So let's just try and remember how that goes now. So the flat side of the wedge needs to go where my thumb is there. So we'll pop that in there and let that drop down. This is a little bit of a fiddly bit now with this spring, but we'll put that spring in there, and then we've got to put the grub screw in. Just be patient when you're doing this, because it's all fiddly stuff and you can soon lose something. And it's an awkward job getting this little grub screw in. This is probably the most awkward bit of it. Sorry, this camera's not very good for doing this close up like this. I'm just trying to right. Oh. So that's that gone. Let's see where the little spring's gone. The little spring's in my box there. It's all fiddly. Once this bit's done, it's a piece of cake after that. There. Managed to get that little bit in there. So it's just, guys, it's just awkward trying to get it on camera and then trying to do it at the same time. Right, so when we turn that bottom spindle now, you can hear it clicking, so it'll go one way but not the other. Right, So we're now going to put this bit in. Try and get that. So there's a bit of a slot here. You can see that slot there, and this goes in there. That's how the spring goes there. So that's in place. Now, so in this bottom slot here, that's where that cam is. So that needs to be like that, so you can see that. We need to there. So yeah, so like that crow's telling us what to do there. So when you're looking at this, it goes like that. So the bottom peg goes in. You have to line up the cam at the bottom, and likewise this bit here where there's like a groove in the flint wheel spindle, that should fit in there. Well, it might just be a case of lining it up. And again, it's just patience with this. Right, so the top's in, but the bottom's not in. Right, let's have a look at this again. Right. Let's turn that, that's better. So just turn the spindle a bit, at the bottom spindle, and everything looks to be alright there. Yeah, and that's fitted in there. So we'll put this little screw in. There. Let's get... Right. So we'll put the bottom on there. Now there's no flint in at the moment, but you can just test this and just see. You can see it turning around, and it springs back. So the flint bit is the easy bit now. So put the flint in, and the spring, and then put the grub screw back in, and then it's just a case of setting it up so it sparks. Yeah, it's a good spark. Right, now this wolf lamp's a bit temperamental, so we'll put it back together and see if it'll light, but it might not light, but well, I'll give it a go anyway. So let me just change the focus on this now, that's better. And screw that on the bottom there. Right, so flint igniters are brilliant, but some of them are just play up all the time. But let's just see if, oh yeah, that's lit up. Just turn that down. So that is how you disassemble and reassemble the flint lighter on a 7RMBS lamp. So if there's any questions at all, just put them in the comments below and I'll try and answer if I can. I mean, I'm no expert on this, but I do like to dabble with it. So yeah. So thank you for watching this video, and hopefully it's helped out. I've done a few of these igniters now, and it gets easier when you've done a few of them. But for someone that's not done one before, it can be really tricky. But thank you for watching, and there'll be some more videos along shortly. Much appreciated that the nice comments that I get, and I'm really grateful that I can help some people out. I mean, one of the reasons why I started this channel was that there's quite a lot of armchair experts that tell people how to do stuff, and on Facebook on the groups, and to be honest, they've not really got much of a clue, and they're giving wrong advice and whatnot. So hopefully these videos are helping people. So once again, thanks for your comments, and thank you for watching. See you again shortly. Bye for now.